welcome to Live Interactive English. I am Mike.
And I'm Sam.
Hey, we've just introduced ourselves,
yes.
didn't we? I'm Mike. And
I'm
you're
Sam.
There we go. All right, well, we know each other, and hopefully you guys know us too. But this is a part of life. When you're hosting a TV show like we are, of course, you need to introduce yourself. But also in most other social situations, especially at first when you get to know a person, introducing yourself is something you will need to do, and you should try to be as comfortable as you can while doing it. We've talked about this before, right? It's the beginning of a new school year. Maybe you're a new kid in the school or in a class and you need to make friends. Introducing yourself is very, very useful and important. Here, though, for today's dialogue, I think this one is kind of an easier situation, but a scarier situation.
Yes.
Introducing yourself to people you don't know, but people that you will be living with for quite a while. That's not just like a classmate or a new person on the baseball team. That's the people who you'll be eating meals with and spending a lot of time with.
Yes, and so if you just hear that, that sounds super scary and like, why would you ever just randomly go live with people you don't know? Well, that's just how it goes if you want to do an exchange program where you're doing a homestay. So that means you are doing an exchange to a different country or a different school, but you're not staying by yourself in maybe like a dorm if you were in college.
Or you didn't move with your whole family.
Yes. Yeah. But you are going and sometimes you switch with another student and they stay in your house and you stay in their house. Sometimes you just go and you stay in someone's home and they will host you and they will let you live there and kind of show you around and give you food. So it sounds scary, but don't worry, before you go meet them and everything, you've already filled out all the paperwork and gotten to know them and everything is okay.
That's true. And in many cases, those host families, the people you will be staying with in that new country while you go and study there, they've probably done this before, right? You're not the first student to come and stay with them. You might be the first student from Taiwan who stayed with them, maybe, but they're used to this, so they should be quite good at making you feel comfortable. But there are a few simple things that you can do to make sure your introduction and your stay with those people, getting to know them, goes as smooth as possible. So let's find out all about it with Fei-Fei and her homestay host family. Mrs. Hall welcomes Fei-Fei, an exchange student, to her home.
Welcome. I'm Mrs. Hall. It's so nice to finally meet you.
I'm happy to be here. I'm Fei-Fei.
And we're happy to have you. Let me show you your room.
I think I'll be comfortable here. I'm still a little anxious, though.
We'll help you get used to our routine.
What should I know first?
Well, we take turns tidying the house, and we usually eat dinner around 6:30.
Of course, I'm happy to help out.
All right, so yes, we have a bunch of conversations for us to read through today and tomorrow. I think there will be 4 in total, and they'll all be covering really important and useful things that might happen if you ever end up being an exchange student and studying overseas. So let's look at the first one. We already mentioned it in the introduction. It's the homestay introduction, or introducing yourself to the family whose home you will be staying in. That's why it's called a homestay.
Yes, okay. So we have Mrs. Hall and Fei-Fei. Those are our 2 characters.
So she would be the host mom, Mrs. Hall, and Fei-Fei is the student.
Yes, and so it says, Mrs. Hall welcomes Fei-Fei, an exchange student, to her home. So hello, welcome to our house.
There you go.
You're gonna live here now for a while. So we have this word exchange, and then we have it with this word exchange student. student. And so when we are talking about this type of exchange, this is usually through an exchange program, which basically means that you are going to live somewhere else. You are going to go leave your home, leave your school, and go stay at another school in another area, country, whatever, for a period of time. So if you are an exchange student, then you are someone who goes to a different country and stays for a while. Again, sometimes you will exchange with a person, like we talked about in the intro. If there's a homestay where you're exchanging students and the exchange is going both ways, then you might be swapping with their kid and their kid comes and stays at your house and you stay at their house. And so we have our example sentence. It says, our school has an exchange program with a school in Canada. So they work specifically with that school so that students can go and study there for a while and get an experience in a different country.
We begin with Mrs. Hall, and she says, welcome. I imagine she's like opening the door. Fei-Fei's there, just arrived from the airport, all her luggage or something like this. And Mrs. Hall, her new mom, is giving her a warm welcome. Welcome, she says. I'm Mrs. Hall. It's so nice to finally meet you. I'm sure they might have chatted, exchanged emails. She might know what Fei-Fei looks like and all that stuff. But the first time meeting in the flesh, face to face, this is very exciting.
Yes, and Fei-Fei says, I'm happy to be here. I'm Fei-Fei. Of course, again, she probably already knows that. They probably already have each other's names. But that is just a regular part of a first meeting, face-to-face meeting. Yes. Hi, I'm Fei-Fei. I'm happy to be here. Nice to meet you. All of those things.
Yes. And then Mrs. Hall returns the politeness by saying, and we're happy to have you. We're happy about all this. Let me show you your room. Okay, so this is the first sort of bit of business. We have to show you where you'll be staying. And, you know, maybe if it's in America or something, the house might be a little bigger. They might have several floors. And so she'll have to go up and see where her room is because, you know, that's where she'll be staying for at least the next few months. Let's go over to Hanny and then we'll come back to find out how it all goes.
Hello， 大家好，我是 Hanny。这次绘画主题是自我介绍。第一段对话是关于寄宿家庭的介绍。那 homestay 这个名词就表示寄宿，尤其是指外国学生寄住在当地居民的家里。我们也顺便学一下 host family 就可以表达接待家庭。好，在对话一开始 ，Mrs. Hall 她欢迎交换学生菲-Fei来到她家。那他们彼此自我介绍。表达说很高兴终于能够见到对方了。接着 Mrs. Hall 带菲-Fei去看她的房间。我们来看一下单字 exchange。exchange 当名词是指交换交流，它可以摆在名词的前面做修饰。exchange student 就可以表达交换学生。那 Sam 老师在解释单字时有用到 swap 这个动词 swap swap 这个动词表示交换，以什么什么替换。那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, so we are back. Fei-Fei has arrived. Yay, it's that big day. Mrs. Hall, her host mother, is showing her around the home where Fei-Fei will be living. Fei-Fei's new home away from home.
Yes, and so it says Mrs. Hall shows Fei-Fei to her room in the house. So now she has seen it, and Fei-Fei says, I think I'll be comfortable here. I mean, it must look like a nice room. But then she says, I'm still a little anxious though. So even though the room looks comfortable, Mrs. Hall seems nice, she's still feeling a little anxious.
Yeah, and if you're anxious, well, in this situation, that would be normal. It would be normal to be a little uncomfortable, be a little nervous, to not feel super confident in yourself, and to have many worries kind of yelling and shouting in the back of your mind. So when you're anxious, you're stressed, you're nervous, you don't feel comfortable, you have things that are coming up that you don't really feel very sure about. When you get news that just causes you to be worried, if you find out that your grandmother has suddenly gone to the hospital, oh no, what's wrong? I'm worried, I'm nervous, I'm stressed. I don't feel relaxed and happy and comfortable. I am anxious. Joe gets anxious when he speaks in front of a crowd. Well, that's pretty normal.
Yes,
I think most people do. Back to the article, we'll help you get used to our routine. This is Mrs. Hall telling Fei-Fei, we, so it's probably Mrs. Hall and her husband, her kids, the people who live there. We will help you get used to our routine, is what she said there. And a routine is also something that can maybe make you feel less anxious because it's sort of the normal things that you will do every day.
Yes, and so that is a very good thing to have a routine because it does kind of settle your brain when you know what to expect.
True.
And so a routine is just something that you do daily or the things that you must do every week or every day or every 2 weeks or something like that. Just regular repeating things that you do. So an example in our sentence says, Amy's daily routine includes reading before bed. So every day at the end of the day, to help her kind of relax, she reads before she goes to sleep.
There you go.
And so Fei-Fei says, what should I know first? So we are talking about, again, the routine. She wants to know what's kind of going on and what should I be prepared for. So what's the first thing that she should know?
Okay, and Mrs. Hall says, well, we take turns tidying the house and we usually eat dinner around 6:30.
Yes, and so Fei-Fei says, of course, I'm happy to help out, meaning I'm happy to be part of the rotation for taking care of the house. And of course, I'm sure she's happy that there's dinner.
There is always good reason to have dinner. Yes, absolutely. Let's go over to Henny.
Mrs. Hall 带菲菲去看她的房间，那菲菲看了觉得自己在这里会很舒服，不过她还是有一点紧张。Mrs. Hall 接着说，他们会协助菲菲适应他们的作息，像是他们会轮流整理房子，那通常在6点半左右吃晚餐。好，来看单字 anxious，anxious 它是形容紧张不安的或者是焦虑的。Mike 老师在解释单字时有用到 uncomfortable 这个字，在 comfortable 前面加上否定字首 un， 那它可以形容不自在的、不舒服的。下一个单字 routine 这个名词，它表示例行事项、常规或是惯例。另外文中它用到 take turns tidying the house， 这是表达轮流整理房子。当我们用 take turns 加上动词 ing， 是表达轮流依次做某事，其中 turns 固定用复数。那么 Sam 老师在讲解时有用到 rotation 这个名词 rotation rotation 它可以表达轮班、轮流。至于 tidy 在这边是当及物动词，表示整理或是收拾。好，我们接着回到课文中。
Okay, we are back. So Fei-Fei is slowly settling into her new life with Mrs. Hall at this homestay. Let's find out more what happens in the second part of the dialogue, and then we'll be back. Fei-Fei is lost on campus and approaches Kiara for directions.
Excuse me, could you help me? I'm trying to find room 314. It's my first day here.
I can help you find it. I got lost on my first day too. I'm Kiara, by the way.
Thanks. I'm Fei-Fei. I'm from Taiwan.
Nice to meet you, Fei-Fei. Are you an exchange student?
Yes, I just arrived a few days ago.
Are you settling in all right?
Slowly, yes. My host family has been very kind.
That's good. Come on, I'll walk with you.
All right, we are back, and we're still with Fei-Fei, although we are not at the homestay with Mrs. Hall anymore. Fei-Fei, we guess, has settled in and everything is okay there. Now we catch up with her and she is at school. So let's find out what's going on here. It's part 2, and it says asking for help. Okay, well, yeah, when you're a new student, really when you're new anywhere, at a new job or living in a new neighborhood or something like that, you'll have many questions. There will be many things you don't know. That's okay. That's totally expected, but it is also still okay to be confident and ask for help when you need it. And that is what Fei-Fei is doing. It says Fei-Fei is lost on campus. Oh dear. And approaches Kiara for directions. Okay, well, yeah, some of those universities, the campus, the grounds of the university and all the different buildings they might have, and there could be dozens or hundreds of buildings depending on the university, it can be big, confusing, and very easy to get lost, especially in your first days there. So that's what a campus is. It's the grounds, it's the buildings of a large institution. Universities are probably the place that we use this word campus most frequently with. But I've also heard of a hospital campus, right? Some hospitals have big buildings. They might have small apartments where nurses or doctors can live. They might have special buildings for the library or presentation, rooms or something like that. For example, the library on campus is open until 9 p.m.
That's very good. So, Fei-Fei is a little bit lost. She's a little confused where she should go in this giant campus. So she is going over to ask someone. And she says, "Excuse me." That's a nice way of saying maybe stopping and getting somebody's attention.
Hey, you!
Not so nice, but excuse me is a very nice way to get someone's attention and try to stop them and ask them something. So she says, "Excuse me, could you help me? I'm trying to find room 314. It's my first day here."
All right. So Kiara, this friendly student who Fei-Fei has stopped, she says, "I can help you find it." Okay, so she's very happy to help out. I got lost on my first day too. I'm Kiara, by the way. So very nice. She's willing to help. She kind of makes Fei-Fei feel relaxed by saying, "Oh, you're lost. That happened to me too. We're the same. Don't feel bad about that." And then she makes the extra step of introducing herself and giving her name. So now Fei-Fei knows who she's talking to and who will hopefully be giving her help right now.
Yes, and so she says, "Thanks, I'm Fei-Fei, I'm from Taiwan." So Kiara just introduced herself, so she introduced herself too. "I'm Fei-Fei, I'm from Taiwan," and maybe that could be the start of a little friendship.
There you go. Have you met Hanny?
Not yet.
Oh, okay. Well,
let's go meet her.
Yeah.
在第二段对话里，菲菲在校园迷路了，她走向某个人问路。她说她正在找314教室，这是她来这里的第一天。那对方呢表示可以帮她找到教室，也说自己第一天来的时候也有迷路。然后接着顺便向菲菲自我介绍，她叫做 Kiara。那么菲菲向对方道谢并自我介绍，说她是来自台湾。好，我们看一下单字 campus 这个名词，它表示校园、校区。On campus 就是表达校园内。另外文中还有用到 by the way， 这是表达顺便说一下、附带一提的意思。接话课文中。
All right, we are back. So, Fei-Fei, Kiara, Fei-Fei, everyone knows who everyone is, and Kiara knows the campus, so she is going to help Fei-Fei find her way around. So, Kiara says, "Nice to meet you, Fei-Fei." Now that she knows her name, she can use it. "Are you an exchange student?" she asks. So it's clear that Fei-Fei is new at the school, and maybe she can hear from her accent or from the fact that she doesn't know her way around, that she's a new student, and she's guessing she's an exchange student. In other words, a new student from another country.
Yes, and so then Fei-Fei says, "Yes, I just arrived a few days ago."
Ooh, all right, so very, very recently. And Kiara says, "Are you settling in all right?" That's another nice, friendly, and polite question. If someone is new somewhere and you're asking if they're starting to feel comfortable, if they're starting to feel at home, another way of saying that is settling in. So, are you settling in? Are you starting to feel comfortable here in this new place?
Well, Fei-Fei says slowly, yes.
Okay.
So it's taking a little bit of time, but slowly, yes. My host family has been very kind. So at least she has a very good host family.
All right, that is good, and that's what Kiara says. That's good. I'm glad the host family has been kind and you're settling in slowly. Come on, Kiara says, "I'll walk with you." So they've kind of done their introduction, had a little bit of small talk, a little bit of friendly chat. Now let's get on the road. Let's get Fei-Fei to where she wants to go. And Kiara, of course, will be helping her with that, just like Hanny will be helping us with all of our other problems right now.
Kiara 对菲菲说很高兴认识她，她问菲菲是不是交换学生，适应的还好吗？菲菲说她慢慢的在适应中，她的寄宿家庭对她很好。那接着 Kiara 就带路陪菲菲一起走去教室。好，文中用到片语动词 settle in。settle in 在这边是不及物用，只说适应、熟悉，像是熟悉新环境啊、工作、生活等等。那我们接着回到课文中。
All right, so there we go. Sounds like Fei-Fei has done a pretty good job with the help of some nice, friendly people. Mrs. Hall at her homestay and Kiara on the campus. She's settling in and, well, at least she won't be getting lost on her way to class next. So we're going to have more dialogues following along with Fei-Fei tomorrow. We'll have 2 more then, so please come back and join us for that. Until then, all the best. Bye-bye. Mrs. Hall welcomes Fei-Fei, an exchange student, to her home.
Welcome. I'm Mrs. Hall. It's so nice to finally meet you.
I'm happy to be here. I'm Fei-Fei.
And we're happy to have you. Let me show you your room.
I think I'll be comfortable here. I'm still a little anxious, though.
We'll help you get used to our routine.
What should I know first?
Well, we take turns tidying the house, and we usually eat dinner around 6:30.
Of course, I'm happy to help out.
Fei-Fei is lost on campus and approaches Kiara for directions.
Excuse me, could you help me? I'm trying to find room 314. It's my first day here.
I can help you find it. I got lost on my first day too. I'm Kiara, by the way.
Thanks. I'm Fei-Fei. I'm from Taiwan.
Nice to meet you, Fei-Fei. Are you an exchange student?
Yes, I just arrived a few days ago.
Are you settling in all right?
Slowly, yes. My host family has been very kind.
That's good. Come on, I'll walk with you.
最后，我们来复习今天课文里的单字 exchange。exchange 当名词，它表示交换交流。Anxious 是形容紧张不安的、焦虑的。Routine 这个名词，它表示例行事项或者是常规惯例。Campus 名词则表示校园、校区。好，那以上是今天的讲解，同学别走开，马上回来哦。
Shane, did you hear? Sarah just got appointed as CEO.
What? Are you serious? Wow. I guess that means she's going to be the top dog around here now.
Top dog? Are you sure you want to call her a dog?
No, it's not an insult. I'm just saying that she's the one with the most power in the company.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, I guess she's our leader now. Considering she's been here for so long, it's not really surprising.
True. She's always performed well and she's kind of steadily worked her way up. I'm really curious how things are going to change under her leadership.
I don't know. Maybe she's going to be a really good leader. Hello, everyone. Today's phrase is top dog.
Literally, it means the leader or most dominant dog in a pack.
That's right. But as shown in the skit, it actually refers to the most important or powerful person in a group.
It's often used to describe someone who holds the highest position in an organization.
For example, you might say, after years of hard work, he finally became the top dog at his company.
Or she's top dog at the firm, always making the key decisions.
And the term isn't limited to business settings. You can also use it to describe someone who excels in other areas such as sports, academics, or politics.
That's right. Being top dog comes with a lot of responsibility, but it's also a major achievement.
Absolutely. And that's all for today.
See you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.